And another tragedy and brutality. ISIS is on full display now after the terror group purportedly released a new video which shows a young boy holding a gun at a prisoner and another child standing over a captive with a knife. And they even showed one video of a young man actually holding the head of a beheaded man. Barbaric. Joining us now, the author of Defeating Jihad, Fox News counterterrorism strategist, Dr. Sebastian Gorka. Do you have any doubt, looking at these images, and I wish we could show them all, but we can't, do you have any doubt that these kids did this at the behest of ISIS, or do you think that they just had the kids stand there with the gun, or had the kids stand there with the beheaded photo?
Not at all, Sean. I watch these videos in their entirety. That's my job, to look at these things, even if they're stomach-churning. In fact, very recently, my wife and I published a report exclusively on this topic at our website, threatknowledge.org, explicitly about ISIS exploitation of minors. We got access to the textbooks they're using in the jihadi schools. They teach children, Sean, how to count by using Kalashnikovs. 1 Kalashnikov, 2 Kalashnikov. This is the future threat of jihad. And the importance of this, the importance of this, Sean, is it blows out of the water the Obama administration's argument that terrorism is the result of poverty, lack of education, and unemployment. A 10-year-old child doesn't have a job to be fired from. This is about pure evil.
That's really well said. You know, in light of the Democrats having ignored all the cyber attacks on the White House, State Department, DOD, Office of Personnel Management, and trying to advance this narrative, they've done nothing. For 10 years, we've known these attacks are happening at every government agency, done nothing. Donald Trump said, well, isn't it a good relationship with Russia? Isn't that a good thing? And only stupid people would think it's bad. That doesn't say in any way that we trust Putin, does it? That doesn't say in any way that we trust Russia or China or North Korea or Iran. It just says maybe if Russia wants to partner and defeat ISIS, we partnered but never trusted them in World War II. General Patton certainly never did.
Right.
To defeat Nazi Germany, you know, you could still work with enemies on certain projects, and maybe defeating ISIS is one of them. Is that a good thing?
Look, my father was tortured and imprisoned by communists, so you're not going to get me to say nice things about Russia or Vladimir Putin, who was a KGB officer, let's remember that. But you're absolutely right. We allied with bad guys to get rid of worse guys. That's what the history of World War II is about. There is this famous saying that politics is the art of the possible. Well, so is strategy. You don't make the ideal the enemy of the good. If you've got 10-year-old children beheading and shooting unarmed men to death, you've got to stop that threat first. And if there's somebody...
Last question, then.
Yeah.
Is it possible to defeat ISIS without sending ground troops in? My fear is we send them in, they do their job, they fight, bleed, and die, win Ramadi, Mosul, Tikrit, Fallujah, Baghdad, and then we politicize the war like we did last time, like we did in Vietnam, and we give back all that we gained. Is there a way to do it without ground troops?
Absolutely. And if you talk to General Flynn, if you read the speeches by President-elect Trump, it is very clear. This is not a neocon administration that wants to invade other countries. We are going to help with embedded troops, with intelligence, with training, local actors to fight this war.
They've got to fight the war on their own turf.
With our help, but they have to stand up and fight it themselves, because it doesn't make sense for us to do it for them. We can help them, Sean, but it's going to have to be the Muslims who want to be our friends that destroy ISIS.
All right, Dr. Gorka, as always, very informative, very scary to see these images, frightening.